The Supreme Court en banc, during its session today, February 25, 2025, acted on the following matters.
So ito na mga kababayan, mga palangga, naglabas na ng ang Supreme Court tungkol ito pong pagsampa ng kaso ng mga congressman kay Sara Duterte. At dito, pakinggan po natin ang panayam ng Supreme Court na kung saan ay napahiya ang mga tuwadkom. At kung ikaw ay bago pa lang sa ating YouTube channel, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at pakipindot sa notification bell para updated ka. Let's go!
Ang bulong ay
The Supreme Court en banc, during its session today, February 25, 2025, acted on the following matters. In the case of Sara Duterte versus House of Representatives et al., Vice President Duterte filed a petition for certiorari and prohibition with a prayer for a temporary restraining order, or TRO, seeking to nullify the fourth impeachment complaint against her. She claims the impeachment complaint violated Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 5 of the Constitution, which states that no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. The court required the House of Representatives, its Secretary General Reginald Velasco, and the Senate to comment on the petition within a non-extendable period of 10 days from notice. In the case of Francis Leo Marcos versus Comelec, the Supreme Court on January 21, 2025, issued a TRO preventing the Comelec from declaring Francis Leo Marcos a nuisance candidate in the 2025 elections. The court ordered Marcos to show cause within 48 hours from notice why he should not be cited in contempt for his actions, which tend to bring the court's processes into disrepute or disrespect. A copy of the available pleadings may be downloaded from the public pleading section of the Supreme Court website. Thank you. The Supreme Court en banc, during its session on January 28, 2025, acted on this case. Aquilino Pimentel III, Bayan Muna Chairperson Nery Colmenares, and former Bayan Muna Representatives Carla Zarate and Ferdinand Gaite versus the Honorable Lucas L. Bersamin, the Honorable Benjamin E. Jokno, the Senate of the Philippines, and the House of Representatives. Petitioners challenged the validity of Republic Act Number 11954 or the Maharlika Investment Fund Act of 2023 and requested a temporary restraining order and/or writ of preliminary injunction. The Supreme Court impleaded the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Land Bank of the Philippines, and Development Bank of the Philippines as respondents in this case. The Supreme Court directed them to file the respective comments within a non-extendable period of 10 days from notice. The Supreme Court also set the oral arguments for this case on April 22, 2025, Tuesday, 2:00 p.m. at the En banc Session Hall, Supreme Court Baguio Compound, Baguio City. The preliminary conference will be on February 26, 2025, 2 p.m. at the En banc Session Hall, Supreme Court Main Building, Manila. Next, the Supreme Court en banc, during its session today, February 18, 2025, acted on the following matters. In the case of Victor D. Rodriguez et al. Versus House of Representatives, Senate of the Philippines, and Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin. Victor D. Rodriguez and several others are challenging the constitutionality of Republic Act Number 12116 or the General Appropriations Act of Fiscal Year 2025 or the GAA. Petitioners argue that the GAA is unconstitutional for failing to allocate mandatory funding for PhilHealth,